What's up?
Welcome.
To the Big Blue House, I think the song used to say. Bear in the Big Blue House, I remember that. I can't remember what channel it was. It must have been Disney, because they have a Disney thing. Bear in the Big Blue House. And the studio section.
What was it about?
It was a kid's. It was about a bear.
A bear?
In a big blue house. He had a friend that was a mouse, and they sang a song.
Okay.
Well, that's cute. Welcome to the Big Blue House.
This is good stuff. Actually, I think we got the next hour planned then. We're going to be talking about
The Big Blue House.
the Big Blue House.
It's odd that I don't remember much of it.
Yeah.
Who purchased that?
Given that animals are treated as property within the state of Indiana,
Yeah. They can't own
they
property.
can't own property.
They can't be a
Even
beneficiary.
talking animals?
Yeah, unfortunately,
What
we're
about
talking
Ted? What about talking stuffed animals?
Well, there was a whole movie on that, wasn't there? I didn't see that one. Well, I didn't see the second one where I think he actually was fighting for his rights.
I don't know. I didn't see the
Party.
second.
The party. Straight up Beastie Boys.
Awesome. So we're here. We're at Miss Baker Meats. Our hope was to be outside today, and
The temperature.
the temperature just fell below
It got down
an
to-
acceptable amount. Plus, it feels like it could rain at any minute.
Yeah.
Well, it's been raining a while. I did get my grass done today because it's been raining so much. I didn't get a chance to do it for a few days. And it's just raining so thick.
Yeah, I know, mine too. I'm going to just pay somebody to come in and do it.
Yeah.
I got a
He's
guy.
got a
for that.
guy.
I got a
I
guy.
got a guy
I got
for
a
that.
guy.
I thought about doing it, but
Yeah.
I don't know. And I probably actually I'm gonna be aware of that because maybe by the end of the summer I'll be
Starting off with
trying to do it. So
Nice.
yeah, it's a mess.
Jordan is on assignment tonight.
She's not gonna make it.
I guess so. I'm not. Hopefully she shows up. Hopefully she can make it here in time.
I hadn't heard one way or another.
She's usually busy. She tries to get a lot done in the evenings.
Yeah.
So
She works the full days. Yeah.
So we didn't really prep for this tonight, which is shocking. But Kurt and I were having a conversation
Yeah.
in the office today because there was a big news, and these are the things that really make me oddly concerned about our world. That this case got as much national publicity on every level, and then you'll have something that's like really landmark that has a legal and it goes completely under the radar, right?
Yeah.
So the Supreme Court has said that states cannot ban sports betting.
no, federal ban on
I'm sorry.
sports betting.
The federal, right?
So now the
Is it a
states are
state's right?
doing what they're doing.
That's right. I'm sorry.
States' right issue.
So
Well, it was that you couldn't make a blanket. There was no reason to make a blanket stopping of
Yeah.
betting.
Whoa. They can't reach the interstate commerce clause. So
No.
there's a big thing within the federal law where they can reach anything that really has a major effect on interstate commerce.
right, but apparently this does not qualify.
Yeah.
I didn't
Like
read the whole thing.
everything-
I just know that
everything it affects.
now that states are going to have betting on sports, I mean you can do it.
Which is crazy because these days everything has an effect on interstate commerce,
Yes.
right? Like it doesn't matter if you are growing. Well, that one case was that it was growing medicinal marijuana
Right.
within her own home, and they said because that drug could be technically sold on the market or because of aggregation of everybody growing their own stuff, that it could technically be that it could hypothetically really involve interstate commerce. Therefore, it does involve interstate commerce.
Yeah, but they can hypothetical that till they're dead.
That's the big problem with that thing, and that's why I'm surprised they now put on the other side.
Well,
except
I
now
don't
the
know that they're
change
looking at it as interstate commerce, just that does the federal government have a right to say, no, you can't do that in a blanket statement? It's just sports that people are playing. There's some skill involved, so that you have to be able to pick the tide. And there's luck involved with those things too. I'm kind of hoping that this decision leads to online poker being legalized again.
Oh yeah, because that got squashed. So
That got back around 2008 or 2009. It got terrible. Well, the thing was interesting is that there's so many people that would play on there, and they could play for a quarter or 50 cents. That now have to go to a casino where they have to drop $200-300 every time they play.
Right.
And so it's like you're not really saving them anything. I guess you could be because they could go through more online. But anyway, I'm a big proponent for online poker, and we'll bring it back. So, but
And the thing I guess I didn't realize is that this is what we were talking about, is that I hear about people betting on games all the time.
Right.
like on sport. And there's like, and the other thing, so somehow fantasy sports is usurped, like step past betting, but you were basically spending money to lay odds on that. Like I could pick a better team than you could pick,
Yeah.
and like DraftKings.
Because
and
you
all
weren't
these
actually
places
betting
where-
on the team.
But you're betting on people on the team.
But you're betting on people on the team, but you're betting on a composition of multiple teams.
Yeah, against other people in which you got paid money.
So it took it to a different level.
Yeah. So I also wonder if this will like. So does this mean NCAA pools and NFL pools are now fair game? Like I can have an office pool.
Well, I think it's
even
gonna
though a
be
lot of
the
people
state.
have them anyway. It's
It's going to be
yeah.
up to the state. That's the thing is all the states are now going to have to come out and say this is what we think, this is what we want to do, and this is what it's going to be. But like you mentioned that Mark Cuban had said, all the NBA teams instantly double their value.
And I'm like, how does that work?
And I mean, it is going to make they're bigger money makers now because they're going to generate all this money for all these bookies and it's going to generate a lot of taxes now because the government's going to say,
so
you can do this and we're going to collect taxes on you.
Oh, yeah.
That's why the
That's what
states, if the feds don't act
taxes.
first, that's why states will do it.
Look at
Just
Colorado.
like I was going to say, the exact same thing. They're taxing marijuana to make money. So now you've got a new revenue stream on betting, and then you can regulate it in certain ways.
Which is interesting because if you look at Indiana's whole fight with gambling in general, going back years, the argument was always made, well, hey, you're going to be able to tax it like money, and they kind of poo-pooed that the whole time. It's like, it's not that big of a deal. It's nothing. The downside of bringing in an element is going to be worse.
Right. Then the
Now all of a
outside.
sudden it's like, well, we've had time since 2008, and things are getting back on track now, and the more the merrier. I think we can put up with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what Indiana's going to do. I have no idea.
It'll be.
I was
slow on
reading
the
that
uptake
there
on
had been a bill in draft that was addressing it pre the Supreme Court. So like they were going to try to come up with their own.
Yeah.
So, but they already had their special session, so nothing can happen until
Well, it's interesting.
next
Like,
year.
like you said, there's always there's the off-track betting,
Right.
so you can bet on horse races like that. And I know places in Indianapolis where you can just go down and go into the facility, and they have TVs up everywhere, and you
Right.
pick and bet on races across the country.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're going to open it up like that now for sports books, and you're going to see, hey, everybody's got a sports book.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think
You
the
have
state
to
will have to
Vegas.
step in. Right, that's what I'm saying. So there was obviously places where you could do it overseas.
Yeah.
You could do a lot of and I don't bet because I just don't have the luck for it or the focus for it. But there are all these sort of prop bets that you always hear about with the Super Bowl, like who will win the coin toss.
Oh, yeah.
Like all these crazy things. Like I was listening to some of the prop bets going into the Masters. It's like what percentage of fairways will Tiger Woods hit? Like you could get a bet on it. Would he make the cut? Like all these
number
different
of
things.
yards.
Yeah, there were some crazy things. So it came. The reason we were talking about it is I was driving in my long commute this morning. I was listening to Hank Haney, who has a show on Sirius XM. He was actually Tiger Woods' coach at one point. He was famous. He tried to teach Charles Barkley how to golf again on TV on the Golf Channel.
So
Anyway,
you need like some modified clubs, though,
Oh,
man.
my
Those
word.
things are gonna be huge.
and it was funny watching it because like Barkley wouldn't do that. Like until he got on the golf course by himself, and he'd go right back to that stop thing. If you've ever seen it, you can't forget it. If you haven't seen it, don't. If you have any interest in like playing your own golf game, but he was talking about it being good, and then he had a counterpoint person saying it was bad, and he also said it would be good for the game because people, while they may be drawn into bet, they're going to start watching it more. They're going to watch streaming. They're going to watch it on TV. They're going to listen to things. They may go out to an event if it's close. They may pick up a golf. So it will help in that regard.
Yeah.
I still can't figure out how Mark Cuban's team
I
doubles
think that's
his value.
wishful thinking.
Yeah. I mean, is he going to sell it? So now he's like
Think
sort of
about it.
prospecting the
Think about
market.
it. You've got people that don't watch basketball that are looking for ways to bet. Now they have basketball and they can do it, and it's easier access. You're going to get a higher crowd, which means going to be more advertisers watching. They'll be able to sell that for more. There's going to be, obviously the betting on it and that kind of thing. So I think there's some truth there to the value increasing. I don't know if I think double is a stretch, but
Yeah.
he's a billionaire. I'm not. So
Yeah. Right. So I hadn't really been paying attention to what the Supreme Court would. Well, actually, there's a couple of things that we've talked about immigration and such.
It gets no airplay compared to
Right. So, but they're waiting for that decision to come back. So again, it's interesting they prioritize this as a decision to get back out there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the states respond, or if the feds respond. Not that they could actually get anything done, but that was part of the conversation I heard is, well, if the feds come in and regulate it first, does that then blanket what the states can do, or do the states?
I think that was part of what they were saying was the blanket that was the issue.
It's not preclusion, is it? But on the issue,
why would it be any different than like taxes or anything like that? So the feds may have their own thing, and we can do something.
Well, there's some things that are there are some things that are bigger issues that are precluded by the federal government, immigration, right? National security.
Oh, I can't see
there's
how
there's some real big things that are like,
But I think it comes down to
military.
Yeah. What's the reasoning behind having this? And with that, there's bigger issues underlying those things.
And that's where
federal purview, or in a basketball game.
But constitutionally, they can affect things that have an impact on interstate commerce.
But is betting on that basketball team playing over there and affecting interstate commerce?
Is growing your own wheat and then using that wheat for yourself.
Because you potentially could sell it. If I make a bet in Indiana on what happens on the game over there, there's no way I'm going to. It doesn't transfer.
But if that team is literally in another, say if that bookie is in another state, literally ATMs often fall within interstate commerce because the money technically gets a signal, goes from the ATM to the bank and then back, and that crosses interstate lines.
Yeah.
And therefore, you have now, once you cross that interstate line, that's another thing that triggers for the Congress.
It's like one of those.
Gotta watch out. I'm very passionate about interstate commerce.
It's just one of those annoying things. It's like, I get it. Years ago they used to actually travel down the river and back and forth. You had interstate commerce, and now it's like, well, you had a thought that reached out there and it came back, so that's technically it's interstate commerce.
Well, that's like when all the retail stuff was. Like if I put something in the mail and it never really left the state, they could still say, well, use the U.S. mail, or like they would find ways to like turn things up.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah. So if you made a telephone call.
Is that why sometimes when you mail stuff, it's got to go from here to like Chicago and then back?
No, that's just our wonderful postal service. Because not everybody in Indiana has to do that. We're just the lucky ones.
We're the lucky ones
that have to run through. I want to send something to my neighbor. Well, better go up to Chicago.
Quite literally, we're right across from the courthouse.
Yep.
If they put something in the mail, it goes to the south suburbs to come back to our office, which is a block east of here. It takes a week to go back and forth.
You would think that it would be simple to just have the post office.
There, we're back.
Ta-da! There we go.
There's technical difficulties. It's the man trying to cut us out.
Oh, we were talking about
federal stuff. So wait, maybe I just switch over to recording this.
Now we're like
the federal government can keep a copy.
This is that.
Well, they could say Facebook Live. They're welcome to keep a copy.
They can go to our YouTube.
Or if they want to ask
you go to our YouTube channel. We got all the videos on YouTube now.
That's
so you can go ahead and go to our YouTube channel.
So if you have a question or you're the federal government, feel free to chime in. Let us know what's going on.
Give us a call. We love you. Got a contact form.
Actually, the IRS reached out to me again just a little bit ago. Apparently I owe them money.
Is this the actual IRS, or is this that guy that calls and says you have a warrant out for your arrest?
Yeah, we are on our way to arrest you.
Yeah.
By the way, you can use Target gift cards and Best Buy gift cards to pay this if you don't have the ability to send money.
What's interesting is they call my cell phone, and I've never given the IRS my cell phone.
The whole thing's pretty. I had a client who actually, she was asking me about this. I was doing something completely different for her, but she was like, I got this phone call. She's an elderly woman. She was, stuck in her apartment. She had disabilities. She couldn't really leave, and that she gets a call from the IRS, and she's like, "Is this real?" I was like, "No, it's not real, but I'll call the IRS just to verify, just so that you can feel secure now." I called the IRS, and they said, "We will never call you with bad news. We might call you with good news, but a majority of the time, we will send you a letter. And if it is bad news, we're sending you a letter. You're never going to get I bet. So
Well, you're
going
going
to
to get served if there's an issue.
Yeah, you're going to get. Yeah.
But they're going
For
to
me,
give
it's
you a
like-
letter to let you know what you have to do.
Anybody really think they're going to move that fast? Like, hey, we're calling you to let you know about this. If you don't do this by tomorrow, you're going to be arrested.
Yeah, right?
But
I
even
just don't move that fast.
because I've gotten
Nobody's
that
got time
message
for
at
it.
home, I've gotten it on my cell phone, my
Yeah.
wife's gotten it on her cell phone.
And it's always from a local random
randomly,
number like
yeah.
in West Virginia or something.
Yeah, that's the other thing. And I've checked caller ID when it does come from the IRS says Internal Revenue Service. When I had to call them when I was doing some tax things a couple years back, and that was they have caller ID. It is from Washington.
Yeah.
Even though we mail to different regions, it costs us.
Yeah.
DC.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so we'll see what happens with sports betting in the next. Again, it'll be how quickly they'll respond to it. And I guess the question would be, could I just go out and open a sports book now?
You have to wait for the state.
What's that?
Then you have to wait for the state.
What? The state hasn't regulated it.
Technically, that's true. Technically, it hasn't.
Our law firm
regulated.
is now getting into a new area of business. Come on down to Miss Baby Meats to place your bets now.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is there a state level ban on these things? Now I know they have licenses for casinos, but I'm not doing full blown casino. I'm just
doing a sports book. You're just
could be a bookie. Could be a bookie. Is that illegal? I mean, I don't even know.
Probably not anymore now. Maybe their collection methods are illegal if you can't cover the pay.
Wait, so can you use the baseball bat or not? I don't know.
Technically fall under assault, but they're paying you.
Then
knowing that
technically
you're
falls
doing
under
it.
assault.
But
Tips from the bar.
but they're-
Using a
but they're-
baseball bat to collect your debt?
But technically,
That's assault battery.
but you can make the argument that hey, I'm paying you to come after me if I don't pay this off if I win because you're gonna pay me
You're
if you win.
consenting. You're
Consenting.
requesting to be hit with the bat if I don't pay you back. That's I'm gonna get that.
Can
in
you drop
writing.
the contracts for
I'll
that?
drop the
Writing
contract.
the
for that.
waiver of
That won't be a
rights?
void ab initio. That means void from the beginning, which is an illegal.
Dude, do you ever read the sign?
Oh yeah, no legal mumbo jumbo. Wow, I violated it. I just
You went like really.
I'm
We'll see
sorry.
you later. Bye.
A contract that is illegal is void from the beginning. It just sorry. You cannot hire somebody to legally, commit a crime.
I'm going to bring pillows next week.
Oh, because I keep hitting the table.
It's like
to protect
it's
the
like
your head.
you always
So
see,
there you
you
go.
always hear like the 911 calls or somebody calls and say this guy's stealing my weed. Somebody get out here and help him. That's like okay, where you at?
Right.
Give us your location. We'll be right over.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and just come out and
What
sit
are
by
you
the
arresting
curb. We'll be
me
there in
for?
a few minutes.
What are you arresting me for? He stole my weed.
People.
I don't know. Pretty soon, maybe it'll be legal in Indiana. Even I don't know.
Again, it'll be one of the last ones to really deregulate it. We did do
Maybe
CBD oil.
they did CBD oil. They did the CBD oil, and they got that
Last
pretty
minute.
quick.
Like,
Yeah. Oh, by the way, all right, that's
Yeah.
okay.
oh, and did they meet yesterday? Our wonderful legislative special session was supposed to be yesterday.
Was that supposed to be yesterday?
There was some big thing that they were supposed to deal with.
Pretty busy week, so I don't even pay attention to that.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything about it.
All I heard was, this is costing us $30,000 a day. Like,
To go to the special session?
to bring all these people back in. And,
They get paid salary. They can buy plane tickets.
okay. So what they were trying to do was, let's see, who are the winners and losers? Tax breaks, 1 day special session. What I did hear is they passed something that there were a couple of school systems that were in
Muncie and Gary.
Muncie and Gary, and they did say, yeah, you've lost your local
You have
authority.
lost it, yeah.
Really?
The state
Yeah.
came in and took over a Muncie school and Gary.
Wow.
Let's see. So school safety, school finances, large corporation. That's
Must have been bad situations.
And there's a lot of blame going in a lot of different directions, right? A lot of people within the specifically we'll talk about Gary's system because that's a lot of people in the Gary system said, you know what, if they would have helped us in this manner, if they would have been able to actually contribute things that they really should have already been doing, then they would have not have had to come in to take us over. And alternatively, then you got the state blaming them and said, well, you should have been able to do this with what we gave you.
Yeah.
So I don't see anything about Gary, but Ball State is going to take over Muncie City.
The Muncie City Schools, yeah. I knew Ball State was going to step in to do that one.
Yeah.
Ball
Interesting.
State. That's
They
where I-
have
I
some
went.
national. I'm sorry, they have some statewide influence in some of the charter schools as well.
Uh,
So they are
yeah.
engaged in that.
They're kind of maybe already set up and have the framework in to be able to step into that.
Yeah.
So NEO, I sit on the board of Neighborhood Education Opportunities. That's an alternative school over in Portage, and that specifically has high school students, and then it has an adult education program. But high school, that Ball State helps us with that.
Oh, cool.
And help get that stuff. So yeah, I think they do have somewhat of a framework
Yeah.
to get a lot of that.
Might be a
stuff.
little easier for them to step in more seamlessly.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure with
Oh, there's
Gary.
Gary.
Purdue, I don't know.
Transitions. Last year, the board lost its power last year. But what happened? Transitions so they become they lose all authority. They basically become an advisor to the person running their school system.
Yeah.
So that's rather interesting.
Yep.
And then so there we go. I mean, what they have. What is this? Is this an off year or an on year for legislators?
This
Trying to think
is,
what just happened in the primary.
yeah.
People running for.
This is bad. We should know.
I don't.
Seems like
It seemed like I thought Harper was running for state senate. So I thought I saw signs for him, and his brother's running for Center Township Board. I believe. Harpers are all over the ballot.
All of the Harpers.
But if that's the case, I think that will be political fodder. That's why they're fueling it now because, and I would agree that the Republicans have unstoppable control
right now.
with super majorities in both houses and the governor, and they can't get stuff. I mean that's just dumb. I'm going on. a
You
limb.
always wonder when any political party has both houses and the executive branch too. Of it, it's like why can't they get stuff done? You know, all this talk of all these years of we're going to do this, we're going to do that. You have nothing standing in your way. Why not?
Well, it's almost as if you can't shove everyone's belief systems into two gigantic parties and say you must fall within one of these two if you actually want to have a say in anything.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thought, but that maybe I'm showing my bias in how I feel about bipartisan. Like basically having a two-party system and that forces all other parties out.
But can you imagine? Here's what people get so upset now when, during a vote when more than 50% of the country didn't elect this person, but the person still got elected. Imagine if we had multiple parties where 26% could get you elected. I mean, can you imagine the backlash? Like 75% of the country didn't want this person. I mean, just the. I don't think our country's mature enough to handle that.
Well, Italy has like 40, but
I know. I think that I just feel like it'd be too much. I mean, we think it's bad now.
Oh, I don't know how I forgot this. Joe Donovan's up for our U.S. one of our U.S. Senate seats, which also means all of our House representatives are up for election. Interesting. Also, the Secretary of State, the Treasurer, and the Auditor.
I knew Joe Donovan was being challenged. That's right.
But I don't see whether that means that the local. The page doesn't tell me whether that's local election people.
For next
Yeah,
week.
so anyway,
We're back.
are we back? Yeah. Oh, coming up on
Yeah, coming up on our plan.
We've had a really good discussion on the federal system and how that works, as well as the state system.
This has been a really boring section of our life. It's good. We've been talking about gambling, I guess.
Yeah,
That's-
Talk about
that's
sports,
topical.
gambling,
Yeah.
and,
The
I pounded
political
my
talk-
fist
the
multiple
political
I
times.
know.
talk-
It's like-
I mean, I was
talk
kind of
makes me
people
annoyed.
have
Just
like a
because-
heavy bass in their speakers. They're
Yeah.
really rattling.
Really, I was
rattling
making
house
it way more
windows.
intense. Watch this episode with the subwoofer
Yes. Yes.
on. You're gonna really.
Watch it.
So anyway, all right. So we'll be back next Tuesday. Hi to Lindsay, who dropped in late in the show.
Hello. Yeah, we got to start keeping track. I saw last week we were on here and my wife was on. I didn't even catch that she had popped in. So I think I
But you
We're in a weird little
No.
pickup gap area, so sometimes I don't see it come up because it lags.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the phones are different. I just haven't been logging in with my phone with it.
Yeah. So but that is, geez, we've had a couple people share some likes with us, so thanks to you all for
Awesome.
that.
Thank you.
Always appreciate it. Yeah.
You can check us out at ccsklaw.com.
Yeah. Feel free to ask us any questions here at on the Facebook page or give us a call. 219
just popped up.
230
Right,
3600.
same last one
Me too.
squeezed in there.
Yeah.
And we do respond to emails. I got one today, and I called the lady back, and she kind of freaked out.
Yeah,
Because she was kind of shocked, like, "Oh, you called back?"
You call.
yeah.
Like, well, yeah. She goes, and it was fast. I'm like, yeah. I just didn't expect a call for a while.
I ran into
It was like 20 minutes. So it wasn't like
Mitch Peterson.
Oh,
Who, when I make my once a month trip to the courthouse,
there you
Yeah.
he was hanging out over there.
go. He's over there a lot.
Yeah, he's over there a lot more. I had to actually visit 2 courts and the clerk today, and the recorder. So it was a fun day visiting the county offices. But I do not know why they have 5 floors in that courthouse, and one of the courts is up there. I had to like sit down and like I can't
There
go
is
in
an
there like
elevator.
completely out of breath, man.
I've done that. Right?
There's
Take
an
the
elevator.
stairs.
Take the elevator.
Well, see, I went to the 2nd floor, so I'm at the clerks. I go up 1 more floor to the magistrate. And I still think it's this dumb blood pressure. I mean, I know I'm not in shape. I'm not going to deny it. But I still think my blood pressure medication.
See, I always take the elevator up, and then I walk the stairs down.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I can feel
right.
like I've done something.
But I got that 5th floor, and it's like they're sort of wedged into the attic up there.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I did. I got up there. I'm like, holy Christ! Is it altitude? I mean, it's like thin air.
It's getting thin out
What is
here.
going on here? I was wondering that the county officers are like worried about my need to call.
The air's thin up there. You should sit on one of the
Actually,
trials.
right.
if you go up there and you sit, you see that a lot. Like people get up there and you just got to sit for a minute. Like,
Oh my
because they
word!
decided to take the stairs.
It's so far up there. It seems like.
Yeah.
But so I visited a couple of different magistrates' offices today, trying to deal with some probate activity, and then got to visit the other county building too. It was nice enough for a walk as well, so that was good.
Before the temperature turned against us.
Before what?
Before the temperature turned against us.
There was just a little bit. I wish I would have had some sort of a jacket,
Yeah.
but I survived that too.
All right. Well, we've officially hit on federal level, state level, and local
And county
level.
level.
I think that covers it.
I think we've hit it. We've given
All
you
3 levels of government, not branches.
Yep.
that
Thanks for
level.
joining
Pretty much
us.
stayed in the
Tiers.
stayed in the judicial and legislative. From there.
Yeah, pretty much. Didn't hit executive much. That's all right.
Let us know if we can help you.
Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us. And again, we do check questions. If you add them later, we'll do that. But feel free to pass this along to friends and give us a call if there's anything we can do for you. Have a great week. I got to remember how to get out of the cover.
You're so used to not hitting the button, you refuse to hit it.